Somebody that was born here had $1 million stolen out of their bank account by their drug addict aunt and will never get it back. Somebody lost their dad. Somebody, just got their blood work back and are chronically ill in perpetuity and will be dying this year. Like, the reality is this is your reality, and it's not fun. And I'm sure many people listening and outside the world have lots of judgments, but this is just you in your head. And one of the things you need to play, look, one of the reasons I'm super happy is I'm always prepared every day for my world to be shattered. I think every day, like, what happens if everybody that I love dies today in a crazy accident? And in a weird way, it makes me happy. And I think I'm going to give you a left field one, but one of the things that I would do, if you were my best friend, I'd probably say this to you every day. I would say, bro, just pretend every day that you're not going to live in America.
Right.
Because once that becomes more real to you, of living in Canada or Denmark or Brazil or all these other wonderful places, once that becomes real to you, all of a sudden the thing that feels the scariest in the world loses some of its teeth.
Oh, for sure. That's actually one of the coping mechanisms my wife and I use. Like, she lived in Spain, and that's where she learned how to speak Spanish. And that was a big connection that her and I had. That was
awesome.
Like, she knew Spanish, and then so that's what we dream about. That, hey, if anything ever happens to me, go to Spain,
Yes.
And I just wanted to add something else. Like, my biggest fear was, hiding, and then right after that was anybody knowing my secret. And the way I broke through that, or I'm currently breaking through that, is 3 years ago I met my mentor, Ryan Levesque, and I went to Ask Live, and I stood up and I told everybody, 1,000 people there, that I was undocumented. And today I'm in his new book, it's weird for me to know that there are thousands of people out there that know my secret now.
Well, guess what? Good news. You've now taken back the leverage.
Yeah.
And Spain's got fucking amazing wine, bro. Brother, you've already won this game. I hope you realize it's not thousands. It actually means, with the internet, everybody. The second you get that through your head, it's going to get even more fun.
And that's what I'm dealing with, is like that fear of hiding is so intensified because of that.
100%, because
Right.
now but this is actually,
It's massive.
no, but what's amazing is you've actually really won. What you've done is taking control. It's, you actually were not capable of dealing with the hiding, so you actually subconsciously exposed yourself, which puts you in a better spot. The only thing left now is the knock on the door that you're not looking forward to.
Exactly.
I'm aware, bro. Listen,
And it's because of my kids,
Of course, bro. Start getting your kids pumped about Spain.
Dude, we are, like, for real. Like,
I believe you, bro.
3 days ago, we were looking at houses, and
Bro,
we're like,
listen to me.
Listen to me.
The biggest thing that I'm hoping happens during this incredible era of openness, of communication, a lot of political unrest, and a lot of dealing with truth that society's going through, is that it becomes one big game of not judging others. I'm sure, inevitably, with what you're going through, you're probably at the you probably think about things a little bit like I do in some ways. You're probably at the coffee shop and you hear somebody complaining about the dumbest shit in the world, and you're sitting there saying, I would trade anything to be with you, switch with you, so I wouldn't have it. But what you don't know is you think you want to switch with that person, but that person's wife dies from a brain aneurysm the next day. I believe in what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are listening right now and saying, Gary, you're using such extremes. Fine, I'm using extremes. You know what scares me more than a lot of scary things like being undocumented or other things? What about the hidden mental health issues that everybody on earth is walking around with, right?
Oh, totally.
Like, we just don't know anything about anybody else. And so all of a sudden, I don't know, me thinking that everybody else has it just as bad and just as good has kind of weirdly eliminated my ability to judge, which has just put me in such a crazy mental place that I'm desperate for everybody else to start at least flirting with. Like, the second you think for a second that you wish you were somebody else, just remember, you don't know jack shit about them.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
100%.
That's actually the first thing you said earlier, that you don't know that, they're here, but tomorrow they might lose their children. that was one of the things that Ryan went through, where he almost died, and like he was never gonna, he came to terms with his mortality. That's what broke me out of my like hypnosis that my life was shitty, because I was
right.
like, oh shit, I'm not dying.
If every person that has a child, because guess what? I'd much rather die than have my child die. If everybody in the world that has a child actually made pretend every day and felt it and were that connected with themselves that they could feel it of the loss of their child, the world would be a much better place.
Totally.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Totally.
Thank you. Let's get another call in.
Oh. I didn't understand his
I know you
issue
didn't.
because of my.
I know you didn't, which is
Yeah.
why I jumped in and helped.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't.
We're a team
understand.
here.
The number you have dialed is
I love how you're like, I understand.
Talk to me
Noor.
about being so big. So how many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
11 something.
Okay. 11.4 million.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the rest of your social media, how you thought about it. Did you feel insecurity that you were so big on YouTube and not as big in other places? Did that hold you back from starting things? How have other things gone? Obviously, we've interacted a little bit on Instagram, so how's that
the
going?
number you have.
I was focused on YouTube for the longest time because I started on YouTube and I really love YouTube.
Yep.
And then I had Instagram, but I never cared. Like
Yes.
I archived or
Yep.
archived
Yep.
a lot of pictures. That's just like random things
Yep.
that I used to post.
Yep.
And last year, actually, when I took Instagram seriously, and I remember you followed me a year ago, I was like at 1 million and something, or like almost 2 millions. And when I really focused, now I have like 4 point something. So I believe when you're a creative person, you can make it on a,
I agree.
and Instagram is very, very, very important platform.
I agree. Has a lot of attention.
Yeah. Today, we don't know like.
If you were much older, you would have dominated MySpace.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Hello.
Hello, Austin. It's Gary V. You're on with Noor.
Hey, Gary V. Hey, Noor. How you guys doing?
Hi. How
We're well,
are you?
Austin. What's your question, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited you guys called me, actually. That's so awesome.
Happy to do it.
But, yeah, my question, I am 21 years old. I actually live right outside of Seattle, Washington, so just like Nora was saying earlier.
Awesome.
And I had a question just for Gary about what quality content is to you when you say that, and also your opinion on influencer marketing.
I think influencer marketing has just started and is nowhere close to dying or being passé. We have always taken other people's word of mouth, and I think we are in the earliest stages of influencer marketing, and I believe that the day I die in 100 years from now, that influencer marketing will be part of it, because word of mouth has always been a part of it. So early stages, some will rise, some will fall, quality will rise to the top, there'll be more long tail. I believe that the kids that are 8 years old now that aspire to be influencer marketers may not end up getting to Noor and I's level, but it might be a side hustle that they always have. That every average dad in the world at 41 years old, that's 9-year-olds now, will be in play to get a $50 gift certificate or a free item to post on their Instagram or YouTube of the day
Right.
32 years from now, because that's actually how it's
Right.
always worked. So that's that. As far as quality, brother, quality is completely subjective, and the audience speaks. So for me, it's only the audience. However, it starts with me and what I want to make, which is exactly what I was pushing Noor about 15 to 20 minutes ago.
Right.
She knows what the audience wants. She's gotten so big now that she's only making what the audience wants.
صح. Right.
I know.
That's right.
And so I want her to take the next step in her career. So now I'm trying to push her to put out what she wants. My audience did not want, by any indication, garage sale videos. My audience, by any indication, did not want baseball card videos. It didn't want parenting advice. It didn't want relationship advice. It didn't want business advice. My first 5 years was putting out a video on YouTube every day of the week from 2006 to 2011, 5 days a week, excuse me. And I only made wine videos. And the first business video I started making, people left comments saying, "Stay in your lane, wine boy."
You get that too. Oh my God.
Everybody gets that forever.
Well, just
Yeah, when
adding
you do
on-
something
just
new.
adding on to that, because I'm curious, being 21 as a real
They
estate
were right.
agent, can you think of some practical ways that I can
Yes.
actually use?
I think that
influencer
you should
marketing?
I think you should make a video about every business in town.
Okay.
You're a real estate broker?
Yes, sir.
You're trying to sell people homes in a certain area, right?
Yes.
If you become the voice that understands every small business, every teacher that goes to the school district and teaches the kids, every pothole on Main Street, every history lesson of the Subway store that's been there since 1947, if you become the social media mayor of your area and local newspaper of your area, you will become the number one realtor in your area. You have unlimited content, bro. Until you review every single business and every single public space and every single street and tree and flower and teacher and firefighter and public servant, until you interview every single one of them, you have unlimited content.
Great advice, man.
I know. Now the question is, are you going to execute on it?
Yes, I listen to you a lot, Gary, and
I appreciate it.
I feel like you've said it before too. Like, I've already said all this stuff. Like, at this point, I'm just saying the same thing over, until people can kind of get it more, and maybe a different piece of content will hit people different.
And that's
ways.
why I believe in access. The reason I'm giving you access to me right now is maybe you have watched the fact that I said be the mayor of your town in real estate from a real estate video in 2011, which I did. And here we are 8 years later. Maybe you consumed it 3 years ago or last week. But the fact that you have access and we're having this connection right now, this might be the way you need to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't get to judge how, that's my big thing with my audience. People ask me all the time, especially good friends, inner circle. They're like, bro, aren't you tired of saying the same shit? Like, if they don't fucking get it, let it alone. I'm like, you're audacious. I'm like, you have nothing to tell the world. I have something to tell the world. I need this. This makes me happy. I want to leave a legacy. I like positive reinforcement. And if that means I have to say the same thing until the day I die in 84,000 different ways over 800,000 different days, then I will do that. Because I don't get to judge how you